Hello, Starcraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Womec and Neuro on Dusk Towers. Alright, in the bottom left of Dusk Towers, we have the red Zerg player. It is Neuro, representing X5, which I guess is Exile 5? Pretty cool logo. Is that a sword or a candle? But it's a sword. In the top right of Dusk Towers, his opponent, it is the blue Terran player. It is Womec, representing TCOM. So here we are with a TVZ on Dusk Towers. We have seen this matchup before and recently. Generally turns into some pretty exciting games. A very safe base you can take back here, especially if you're Terran or Protoss. Just very nice. No way to get in here for the Zerg player unless they come through this really narrow ramp right up here that is immediately walled off by Womec because he knows what he's doing. Zerg again can have a safe base at the same time, but the third base is the one that sometimes is taken first, and that's what Neuro's doing. Ding! Just because, again, you can kind of defend this ramp and this hatchery at the same time. If there are drops back here to this base against Zerg, it's kind of a hassle to run back and forth from your main to this. The run distance is slower from the bottom of this ramp and this base to this one. Did I say slower? I meant shorter. It is late. It's a little late here, but I'm casting because I love you guys. Spawning pool coming up as well, so not a crazy 3 hatch before pool kind of a thing from Neuro. APM looking around 180, sub 100 here for Neuro, but that's okay. Some players that are amazing do not have the best APM. I just kind of like to take a look and see what it is for record-keeping purposes. Full wall off here from Womec. Or, yeah, he's making Marines for defense. He's definitely going to wall this off as soon as he has enough for a supply depot. And there we go, actually getting another supply depot to complete the wall. Supply depots have doodads on them. Have you noticed this? Get out of the way. There we go, like radar dishes and antennas and fans. A lot of moving stuff for a supply depot. I don't know what they need this satellite dish for unless they get cable in there. So there's the third hatch coming up for Neuro. The SCV scouts that one out. Tells him it is not a 2-base play from the Zerg player. I don't have to worry about an attack coming anytime soon. And actually finishing the wall off with a bunker here and moving the barracks away. So Womec may be wanting to keep his information, his build order, a little bit secret from the Zerg player, but this Overlord's going to scout it anyway. I think 2 Marines is not enough to kill the Overlord before it actually scouts the location of this barracks, and nothing is being made out of it actually either. There comes a factory. Ding! And the Overlord doesn't want to move in, because if it moves in, actually, these Marines have enough DPS to probably kill it before it gets out, which is never good at all. SCV here as well, trying to get back in home. I'm going to have to lower the supply depots for that to happen. Sorry, SCV, this is not the place for you. There it is. Welcomed home, welcomed back into the fold with a single section of minerals in his claw. Is it a claw? What do SCVs have? Marines chasing this guy. He's making a run for the border. He is running for the edge of this crazy space platform thing, but it's not going to happen. Down to the reds, down to the super light reds, and completely dead. Body parts falling into the void and actually landing. Huh, that's funny. Some slowlings try to get up there, but no, there is a bunker. That is never going to happen. And the Marines did manage to get back into it before the lings showed up. So that's pretty good as well. A lair, early lair. I like the timings here from Neuro. Recognizes there's not much pressure coming. Gonna go ahead and get some upgrades, get some missile attack, get some roaches. Get a lair there. Inject. Ready, set, go. Oh! Inject timing. Beautiful. Beautiful for Neuro. Worker count. 33 to 27. Neuro playing very well. Again, despite the slow APM. I guess he's bumped it up to closer to 100 overall, but basically 160 currently. So I guess when there are things to do, Neuro can pick it up. That's kind of how I play. I don't like spamming early on in the game when there's nothing to do. So my APM throughout the game is not that great. But when there are things happening, I need to be bouncing back and forth between bases and doing scouting and making sure there aren't drops coming. My APM bumps up quite a bit. So I think that's the type of player that Neuro is, and is a very worthy opponent for Womec, who has the more standard, the easier to read, better, higher APM number. But we're going to stop talking about that and actually focus on the game. Is this a mech play coming out of Womec? I guess that makes sense, right? Womec, mechanical units, Hellions running on out, Banshee on the way, Cloak for the Banshee, getting an armory as well. And here they come. The Overlords scout out 4 Hellions. Are there actually roaches on the field? The Queens want to block this, I think. or try to kill the Hellions before they actually get up here. And the Hellions just bypass everything, walk right past this queen. This one gets stuck, though. Oh, gonna run on down to this base. Oh, no, there's no static defense here at all. There are no queens here now because they ran to defend. Oh, a queen pops out. Whoa, surprise. Doesn't inject. Oh, trying to split the drones. Doing okay with it. Maybe not the best split I've ever seen, but not the worst one I've seen either. Any of these Hellions going to die? Yes, 2 of them die. The queen's desperately trying to take care of this. And the last Hellion finally falls. 13 workers were roasted during that barbecue roast. Look at the Overlord spread, though. For Neuro, he has coverage of like 60% of the map with Overlords. Banshees rolling on in with Cloak. Oh no, Spore Crawler being built, but it is just too late. All these drones need to run for their lives. No drone. Banshee really fulfilling her purpose here. Queens as well, taking shots from the Banshee. They are waiting for the Spore Crawler to finish. And is it going to finish in time? No, Banshee up to 5 kills. It is a Corporal. Overseer running in just to do a quick scout, but boop, boop, couple shots on that Banshee down to 35 hit points, but it does have 5 kills. 18 drones have been killed. Another attack, another Hellion run by, roasting up more and more of these juicy, juicy drones. Are there any roaches on the field? Why didn't Neuro make roaches? I don't know, but somebody can... There we go. The roaches pop out. I guess they needed for me to complain about them. A Ling actually preventing the construction of this refinery. That's pretty funny. What's the roach count at? 10. 10 roaches up against 2 Banshees, 2 Hellions, and 2 Marines, as well as 2 Widow Mines. So definitely a fairly heavy mech play. Overseer just sitting in the middle of this base. That's entertaining as well. When this Thor pops out, it'll probably try to kill it, unless it's rallied somewhere, but it's not. The factory count is looking pretty impressive here for Womec. Getting double upgrades here. Oh man, armor and attack for his mechanical units. Roaches pushing on up, but Banshees do really well against Roaches because Roaches can't shoot up. It's kind of a weakness that they have. The Banshees going to town. It's a turkey shoot. Going after those Roaches and actually forcing the Banshees back home, which is probably a win for Neuro when all is said and done. Widow Mine shots. Oh, Widow Mine shots. Ugh. Oh, Roach count very low, but they kill 2 Hellbats. They're getting right on up here. There's a Thor as well. That mule gets taken down. Ceases most mining. Here at the base, take down a refinery as well. Another SCV going to die. Thor using some long distance attacks here. And the supply depot is not lifted. The Roaches with speed get right on in here. Run to this back base, basically dragging the whole mech army with them. Trying to kill SCVs to avenge the loss of their drones. 2 SCVs have died thus far, so not the greatest revenge. Are they going to get one more? No, only 2 SCVs have died. Roach attack, again, didn't do a ton of damage. Look at this great wall of supply depots. But it did keep the mech army here. Kept the Banshees here. Allowed Neuro time to get up the defenses that he needed to handle that, including a Hydralisk Den, which he didn't have before. There's the Hydra Den getting muscular augments. So Hydras do really well against Banshees. Having them is a great help in that particular situation. Banshee gets another kill. Only one on that one, though. Where are the rest of the Banshees? Here they are. Banshee hit squad. 8 kills, 2 kills, 2 kills. Killing them Roaches. Really got their numbers up. Throwing down some creep here using a pooping creep overlord is Neuro. This base under heavy attack now. Womec recognizing that usually a base is going to come up here at some point. And I can probably delay it if I show up with some Banshees. And indeed he is. Probably going to force a cancel here. Another Burrow Roach attack. Oh, Burrow Roaches. But this wall is complete. Wow, Womec, look at this. Oh, huge tank splash. All the Roaches die. Banshees do either force a cancel or kill that as well. Widowmine shot. Almost kills that Overseer. And again, Banshees coming on in with the cloak. They're going to get this extractor. Maybe kill the Queens? No, Hydras come on in with the Overseer support. They're forced to back on out of there. What's the defense here? A single Spore Crawler and a Queen rolling around this left side. The Banshee's trying to find an opening here. Again, just keeping the pressure up on Neuro. Going after this extractor. Probably going to get this one. Transfuses, trying to keep it alive. No, it's not enough. It was probably a waste of energy, Neuro. Now you don't have enough to inject anymore. Does end up dead. Oh, Spore Crawler actually kills a Banshee and moving it up this way. Oh, man. Could he come in for another attack here? I don't know how much energy is left on these guys. Not much on a couple of them, so it makes sense. But heading back on home, this Widowmine does already have a kill. I'm not sure if Neuro recognizes what's going on here. Ready, Widow Mine shot, go! And now he tries to build, can't do it because there's a Widow Mine. And he's he's attacking the Widow Mine with a drone. Get it, drone. You're gonna get the kill, drone. Get it, drone. Oh, I don't know. He was made into a hatchery too quickly. Canceling another hatch here. Is Womec playing this well? Creep spread looking really good for Neuro again. 57 to 65 harvesters though, and a Nidus. Neuro, you're making a Nidus? Oh, I'm so happy about that. Alright, so Nidus on the way with Vipers and Hydras. I actually kind of like this. And the Nidus Swarm erupts with a Scream. Units start popping out. And by that I mean nothing starts popping out because there's nothing in the Nidus Swarm. Anyway, Hellions come roaring on in, trying to get rid of that Queen, trying to get rid of creep tumors, whatever they can. The Queens and the Hydras are here. Hydras do have +1/+1 attack, but here come a ton of tanks from Womec. This is not looking good for the Zerg player, but very strong indeed for the Terran. Hydras and Roaches here with +2/+1 now. That's pretty good. But man, these tanks in siege mode, get out, back up. Neuro backs out. That is not a place to be. Do the Vipers, are they ready? Can they Blinding Cloud? I think that is what is necessary here. Gonna force a cancel on this hatchery? No, it actually finishes here, pushing on in, trying to kill individual tanks, but the backup tanks are just so strong. +2 attack. Woo! Doing 60 damage versus armored. These Roaches are not in a good place. Oh, Thor's overextended a little bit though. Nope, manages to escape. Has a lot of HP there. And did this ever actually eject anything? I don't think it did. Hellbat's here getting support as well. There's the Blinding Cloud on top of a few of the tanks. Taking out one of them. Taking out possibly another one here as well. Yes, another 2 tanks, 3 tanks fall. This tank group is actually doing a ton of damage, but slowly getting whittled down here as well. Reinforcements are not forthcoming for Womec. And Neuro. Hey, Neuro, I thought you were in a lot of trouble there, but he actually pulled it off. He pulled off the defense. Reinforcements are here for Womec, waiting for the Roach Hydra counterattack. SCV, I'm not sure where you're going, buddy. But you're completely dead. Changeling, hanging out. And there are the Vipers. Good job, Vipers. They were the MVPs, man, of that particular match. Blinding Cloud creates a cloud for 10 seconds that reduces attack range of ground units and structures underneath to melee range. So basically, for tanks in siege mode, they can't attack anything because they don't have a melee attack. Okie dokie. Here comes some more Hellions swinging around the left side, checking for a base here. Not one there. Checking for a base here. Yes, there is. Yes, there's one here at the 12-minute mark. Roaches, man. Oh, no, Hellions. Oh, Hellbats transforming. That is the death of them. Spent too long transforming. Roaches absolutely massacre them. Another attack down here with Hellions. With the blue flame, roasting up some of them drones. Getting cleaned up as well. And a bit of a breathing spot here. Let's do some yoga. Go ahead and put your feet behind your head. And think about puppies. That's how yoga works, right? You think about happy stuff and do weird positions with your feet and your legs, and it's uncomfortable? I don't know. I've only seen funny videos about yoga. I've never actually been. Missile turret's popping up here. He really does not want this to get scouted or something, but unfortunately the Overseer shows up ahead of time. Ahead of schedule, ruining that plan, and the command center's up. So Womec up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Zerg player Neuro up to 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 bases. I guess that is a hatchery. 61 to 63 harvesters. Both players in a slug 'em out, knock 'em down, dirty 'em up match. Nobody wants to give up here. Roaches, no, so many Widow Mines, so many tanks. Ugh. No. That's not where you go. Go somewhere else. This tank line, though, man, it looks like World War II up here. Tank lines and reinforcements coming on in. Widow Mines here as well. I guess these could be actual mines in my war scenario. Overseer explodes its guts all over that tank. The tank commander's like, ew, get this Overseer blood off of me now. Because that's how they talk. Spore Crawler on the way, and no static defense at this base, but it looks like a Greater Spire coming up for Neuro. +1 melee, is that what that is? That's +3 Carapace. And yeah, +1 melee on the way. So a bit late on those. I guess it was getting missile attacks earlier. Corruptors on the way. This is going to be Broodlords. So Broodlords against Mech, not bad. Liberators absolutely massacring an entire line, also not bad. Spore Crawler moving on up. Liberators cannot hit structures with their defender mode ability. Oh, Liberator, run. Liberator, run for your life. Liberator. Got another kill, but then get exploded. Collector's Edition Ultras here. From the Heart of the Swarm Collector's Edition version of the game. Planetary Fortress will be constructed here at the choke. Just going to make it really hard for ground attacks to come in here. I have a story from Brood War. So I used to play LAN games with my buddies on Brood War back in the day. I was Zerg. I mained a Zerg. One of my buddies was Terran. So we played on a map that had pretty narrow chokes leading into the bases. I made fully upgraded Ultras and ran them at my opponent without seeing what he had. He had like 30 tanks and just obliterated me. Anyway, here come the Ultralisks, going to get on top of these unsieged tanks, but I don't think it really matters. Even unsieged, they do 34 damage against the Ultras. Every single Ultra dies. Here comes the tank push. Not much anti-air here, but I don't think it really matters. And here come the Corruptors. They can't do anything at all. Some Broodlords in the air. That is exactly what Neuro needs. More Broodlords would be nice, but these two are going to have to make it happen. Widowmines kill one of them. Is that another Nidus not doing anything at all? Nidus, does it have stuff in it? Yes, some roaches might need to pop out, or they should defend against these roaches. Single Broodlord is up to a single kill. So that's super fun, but I don't know. The tanks rocking on in. More hits there from the Widowmines as well. Tanks are splitting their forces, going against the different bases. Roaches are pulling out as well, going after Nexus, forcing an evacuation of all the drones from this base, but I don't think there are much minerals there anyway. Tanks not even bothering going to siege mode. Some tanks in the back. Good splits here for Womec, actually. Tanks rocking down another extractor. Bases are gone. Mining is pretty much over right now for Neuro. He needs to find a way to get rid of these tanks, but I don't think it's going to happen. Roaches pretty much have free reign here. +3, +2 upgrades. And are they going to be able to kill some stuff? Sending some tanks back home to deal with them. Widowmine shots. Broodlord count getting fairly high. Oh, the Widowmines burrow here. Oh no, Broodlords! Okay, not as bad as I thought. It killed like 3 of them, which is fine. They all get cleaned up anyway because there's an Overseer here. Look at that. Womec, 151 supply to 98 total supply. Some transfuses going down as well. The Roaches taking out a tech lab. And coming to fight the tanks, but no. Severely outnumbered. Womec does hold. Womec holds. More tanks rocking around the left side. Just checking for bases, making sure they didn't miss anything after they massacred these two. For Neuro. Resources lost tab. The Zerg player has lost 17,000 minerals, 4,200 gas. Womec has lost 11,000 minerals and 5,000 gas. 71 drones have died, though. Whoa! Whoa! That is the great drone massacre of this week. I don't think there have been others that have been bigger. Anyway, Broodlord count looking pretty good. Vikings on the way. Exactly, the Vikings are a good counter. Although Parasitic Bomb with Vipers is good against Vikings because they don't have very many hit points and they clump up. So Parasitic Bomb here creates a parasitic cloud that deals 90 damage over 7 seconds to the target and enemy air units nearby, which includes clumped up Vikings. If the target dies, the cloud remains in the air where the enemy died until it expires. Again, creep spread is still maintaining fairly well here for Neuro. What's our Viking count at for Womec? 10 Vikings, good. 2 Liberators, 15 tanks, 3 Hellions, and 17 Widowmines. Man, he loves those Widowmines. He's going to make them work for sure. 175 to 90 total supply. These are pretty much all that Neuro has, are these Broodlords. And making some Infestors as well. Replanting this hatchery is nice. 32 Harvesters available to the Zerg player. Still mining from here, sort of. But here comes a final sweep in, I feel like, for Womec. Liberators and Vikings trying to kill some Overlords there. The Broodlords as well cannot deal with this at all. No, actually losing a Liberator kind of in advance of the rest of the army here. A Corruptor again sticks its nose out. Parasitic Bomb on the Vikings as well as the Liberator. They're clumping up. No, Vikings run. Split Vikings run. Oh, so many Vikings died. Widowmines burrowing at the front. The ground army is in disarray here. The Broodlord count is still too high. They did manage to kill the base. The Widowmines, though, if they can burrow and get some shots off, how many Vikings are left here? 3 3 total Vikings. Widowmine shots taking out all but 3 of the Broodlords. Another one dies to this Viking attack. Broodlord count is now down to 2. And are they going to let this one live? No, Womec really just wants to kill it with Widowmines, I guess. No, the Vikings do manage to kill it there. I think that's pretty much it from the attacking units for Neuro. And that's it. An excellent style. Well done, GG from Neuro. Wow, that is the nicest manner I've seen on my channel, I think, ever. Look at that from Neuro. He got beat in this 20-minute game, but he was still happy to have played against such an excellent player as Womec that he had to take out the time to compliment him on his playstyle. Let's all be like Neuro, everyone. The next game that you play that you lose, I want you to say excellent playstyle, well played, and then a GG, not just a regular GG. Let's make the StarCraft community a little bit happier today, okay? All right. So, the mech style versus Zerg, I liked it. I liked the tank count. I liked that he got his upgrades early. He was able to switch into Viking production. The Widowmines, I think the Widowmines were a little bit ridiculous. I don't know that they did a ton of damage, but he had them anyway. But again, I really think it just came down to that big tank attack. There was not really anything to handle it. Those Ultras were ready, but they were just severely outnumbered by the tanks. And Neuro lost this base and this base, was down to pretty much being mined out of these 3 bases, and that was it for him. But yeah, that's about it. So for you Terran fans on the channel, I hope you're happy. That was a pretty dang solid Terran win against a Zerg opponent here on Dusk Towers today. And that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you for watching, and you take care of yourself.